Hello, welcome once again to another episode of The Naked Turner. Today I'm going to be turning a piece of wood that was sent to me by a subscriber by the name of Clyde. Clyde sent me this piece of desert ironwood, which I grew up in the desert down in Tucson, and have experienced just how dense ironwood is being a kid. So when I received this box of ironwood, I was brought back to my childhood, and I want to thank you, Clyde, for sending me these pieces of ironwood. One of these chunks is relatively large. It does look like it has a ring shake in it, or a ring check. So I'm trying to stabilize that right now, and once I have it stabilized, I'm going to try to see which way I want to orient it on the lathe to make sure that I have the best use of this piece of wood. And it is so dense, hence the name ironwood. Very, very dense wood. It's going to be a real challenge on my tools in order to turn this into something. And because of the fact that I have never turned any of this before, it will also just be an interesting process to see if it's something that I can actually turn and get anything out of. So without further ado, let's get started turning, but always remember to read, follow, and understand all the shop safety for any tool that you're going to be using, and keep up with your maintenance. Check things on the tool to make sure that nothing has vibrated itself loose or is a potential threat for injury. Thanks for watching, and let's get over to the lathe. Okay, so when I got home from work the other day, Thursday, this package was here from Clyde, and he sent this ironwood to me from Kansas, and it is desert ironwood, and there's a pretty good sized ring shake right here, maybe about 6 inches out from where the pith used to be on this piece. This particular piece of ironwood experienced something that made it get a pretty good ring shake in it. So I'm trying to stabilize that a little bit, and as I turn it away, I'll see how much penetration I got with my epoxy here and see if that actually got down in there. It is a thin penetrating, so I think it should get in there and hopefully seal up. This piece right here looks really pretty. There's a lot, this stuff has a lot of checking all throughout it. So I'm not sure. This piece here, there's some bug tunneling in here, and then there's a bunch of checking in the end grain down here. So I'm not sure how well this is going to turn or work, but I'm going to do my best to see if I can get something out of it. The next thing I'll do after this is set up is, I think, it looks to me like the best use of this piece is going to be almost like that, but I don't want to turn it like that because all the grain's running this way. So I got to look at it, and I'm feeling kind of like maybe this would be my bottom, this would be my top, even though it would be better to go the other direction. This piece also, it has checking all throughout it, and it looks like a bug entry maybe over here, so we'll see what happens. I'll see if I get anything out of it, but it sure looks like it's going to be beautiful. Okay, so I've chopped some of the irregularity off this and created a flat face for me to anchor this. The problem is it was so tapered and there's so many pieces missing that I'm not sure. I'm just kind of trying to center it best I can on these narrowest points. Okay, so I realized after putting on the faceplate that I hadn't thought about the balancing of this piece, and it is such a wacky piece with lots of hardwood and then some of softwood over here, and then it's a little irregular and out of balance. So I'm putting it here between centers and trying to identify the balance point. And I'm getting closer, but it's still a little bit heavy right there. So I'm moving this, and just very lightly. Okay, so it's still, get this really well locked off, and pressurized, locking my quill, and oh yeah, much better. There we go. I couldn't even get it up to 300 before. Now I'm running it over 1,000. So that's a really good way to do this. This is something that I saw on Lyle Jamieson's website. He showed getting your piece weight centered, not necessarily object centered, but weight centered, and that definitely helped me. I was only able to get up to about 380 before on my RPM before my lathe started popping around a lot. Now I'm up over 1,000. Let's actually check and see what I can get up to here where I still feel comfortable. So there I am up at 1,500, which is way fast enough to start roughing this piece in. So amazing, and it feels like I could keep going. It's very balanced now. I hardly have any vibration. So turning down, I'm going to start up here around 1,100 RPM. Okay, shutting down and getting everything. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm sharpened up. Let's see how this cuts. A little better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so you see right here, running all up around here, all the way up into here, then it kind of stops there. So there is a fairly good 6.5 or so inch long ring shake in this piece. The grain looks incredible. I'm hoping that I get to keep a little bit of this white area, and then the spalting looks like it's going to be real interesting. So anyway, let's keep turning here, get this thing shaped. Alright, so I don't know when my camera shut down there, but anyway, here we go. Coming back in, another finish pass here. Well, more of a finishing pass, I should say. Alright, so now let me get you a different angle here, hopefully. Okay, so let me show you what I was doing here. Coming in and squaring off this face. Okay. Okay, coming in, full gouge. Okay, I'm starting to see a shape that I'm going to do, and it's going to roll in from here. Like that, and then roll up from here. Alright, trying to shape this a little more here. Alright, so I just wiped this down with denatured alcohol, and I put a couple thin coats of thin CA glue on the surface of this to try to kind of help seal up some of these splits and cracks and some of this softer spalted wood here, and also the ring shake here, and seal the end grain pores as well. And then I just did a little sanding up to 400 grit. Got to do a little more sanding right here, and then I'll probably apply another layer of the thin CA glue. If you're using CA glue, really make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. I am outside and I have a fan blowing the smell away from me. Do not get these fumes in your eyes. They are really bad for your eyes. So the grain on this piece is pretty incredible. There's some of the cambrium, I think it's called, the outer edge, the light part before you get into the actual wood. And then this has got just some stunning grain in it. It's going to be on fire once it's out in the sunlight. So hopefully this piece turns out okay. This ring shape is really making me a little nervous because it looks like this whole piece right out here could just fly off. So I'm doing another coat of thin CA to try to just kind of bond everything together real well and seal up all the end grain. And I'll show you that process right now. Clean rag. And then what I do is get this rag nice and straight edge on it like this. And now turning the lathe on slow, putting my rag on and touching down the thin CA. Oh, I think I'm just out right there. Okay, there we go. Boy, that was just barely enough to coat that. Now you can really see the grain on that. So anyway, that's kind of my sanding sealer on this one. I'm using this as a sanding sealer. Then I will sand this down again, and then what I'll be doing is applying my friction rub finish over the top of this CA sanding sealer. And I should get a real nice smooth finish out of this. Already I'm up at 400 and it just feels like it's so nice and soft. It's beautiful. So this is pretty much dry already, and just make sure, yeah, that is kicked off already. So that's ready to go. I'm going to do some sanding on it, and then I'll apply some finish to the outside, and then I'll start hollowing the inside. Alright, so here it is, and I think I'm getting really one of the best finishes that I've ever gotten here on a piece. First of all, this ironwood's really hard, so of course hard woods lend themselves to polishing better. But the spalted areas in this There's still a few little funny holes in them. So what I did was I took a little bit of Tripoli, heated it up, polished it in on a rag, and then applied some more friction rub finish. And it's really getting a nice level polish here now. Okay, so I have this piece turned around and mounted up on my scrolling jaw chuck, and I have some tail stock pressure on. This ring check is still making me a little bit nervous. I feel that it kind of feels almost like it's moving a little bit still. So I'm just going to go real easy here. I'm going to try to stay out of the line of fire if this piece does explode off of here. So hopefully it won't, but no guarantees. Okay, I'm all sharpened up here and ready to get turning. Okay, my battery just went out there somewhere, but anyway, I was starting a little bit of hollowing, and now I'm going to drill with a Forstner bit a depth hole. Okay, I'm inside here. Doing a little more hollowing. This ring shake is definitely moving. I need to try to put some more glue down into that. And do that. Difference in sound there. Two different sounds is never a good thing out there on your edge. So I'm going to have to look at doing some more stabilizing on that, and I'll check back in with you. Alright, so I'm taking the wood dust and debris that's down in here. Okay, I'm going to try this some more here. My card was filling up, so I'm not sure where it left off for you there. But anyway, a little more hollowing here. A little different position on my tool rest here. Lock down, lights up out of the way. Okay, sharpened up here. I'm going to do a little bit more right in here. Okay, so I've got the hollowing tool set up now, and I'm going to start hollowing this. Well, I'm going to finish hollowing this, I should say. Okay, a couple finishing passes here. So I just finished hollowing this. I did a couple more little finishing passes with the hollower, but my battery ran out and didn't catch that very end. So now I've got a nice interior on this piece. I'm going to do some sanding and then finish it. Alright, I have it sanded inside and outside, and I have a little bit more sanding to do on the inside. I have it sanded right now up to 180. I'm going to go 220, 320, 400, and then I'll sanding sealer the whole thing. Alright, and then I'll check back in with you. Alright, so here it is, and I'm just adding a little bit of shellac and walnut oil onto a rag here, rubbing it on. And now friction rubbing it in. Take a look at that. Look at the chatouillance on this piece. So much fire, really interesting grain, and I'm almost completed with this piece. A little more burnishing, another couple coats of friction rub, and it'll be finished. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share it. Give me a like, and by all means, give me some comments. I always enjoy comments. It's nice to hear from you guys. This piece is incredible, and Clyde, I think you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for the experience and sending me this piece of ironwood. It was a real challenge, extremely hard, and a lot of fun. Actually, just so you know, this has taken me pretty much all day to do this, minus 2-hour break. So it's pretty much what I've been up to most of the day today. Alright, so there's the finished piece. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, once again, like I said, please share this, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Thanks again for watching another episode of The Naked Turner. Turn safe and have fun.